Yo, hey, what's up guys? I'm in a takeover right now and I think it is totally worth to show you because there's so many mistakes that people still do about a Titus team. So I want to just show you one that is full auto, it can be quick battled, and also it would be a little bit better if you do the run and click heads by yourself because there's some things that is going on. So I kind of wanted to show you the team that I have right now, because it is kind of doing a lot of damage while we still do not have the craziest stats in the world. This is not a diss or something about the guy who for the takeover. It's just that's what he got and that's what I got to work with. It's 305 crit damage, and also I think his life arena bonuses weren't so much on point. Yeah, we get, what is it, 12 more crit damage, so I think he's not even doing the life arena fully. Ignore defense is not fully up there, so there is still ways to improve it. So even then, you can do a really good score. We don't have any magma shield or something, and if you don't have an Emic, I think he is the key, and I really do, I believe so. It also could be ADRESSE. Firrol, the mythical dwarf guy, he's also really nice in that team. But if you just don't have an Emic, you have other solutions. That's kind of nice. Like, it's not the best one of them. What am I talking about? Like, it's just any buff extension guy, like Mikage. There's probably someone else better in here. But yeah, for an example, it works. But the problem with some team like that, when you don't have an Emic, ADRESSE or something, your Titus doesn't take too many turns, he is not usually the fastest, and his Merciless needs to proc all the time, like you are dependable on luck. Do you want that? I don't think so. Like, it's kind of awkward sometimes how long he takes if you're not lucky and you proc your thingy. So right, that's why we actually use the key champion. We use 2 buff extenders, Mad Hatter also really nice, but it also could be someone else. There are 2 things that most people have to know. First of all, you need a shield set on any of your champions, whoever you're gonna decide later on, it's okay, you just need one. And number 2 is you gotta have one that has more crit damage than your Titus, or else he will be eaten first and then your run is kind of over. If you just do it really quick and get like 3, 4, 500 million, that would be okay, like if you want to, but just don't do it the right way, get more crit damage on them. And then later on, you get something like this. Firrol can be someone else in that has, what's it called? Perfect Veil, right? And yeah, you gotta have a little bit more resistance across the board because he's just so much of a resist booster. And he's really nice in it. He boosts your damage and stuff. So he kind of is really nice in it, but a Duchess would do it too. No problem. We're gonna go in the run in a second. I'm gonna show you quickly the preset because it is a auto team, so you gotta know what the preset is looking like. Right there. I could screw that one, like, to be honest. And yeah, let's go into the run and you kind of see what's gonna happen because we have 2 buff extenders really fast and they're also in kind of a merciless reflex kind of style. You can use a Emic. And also he's a merciless and reflex. The purpose of him is basically to make all your team have more turns of their purpose skills. So like Lydia can use decreased defense and weaken more often. So they have 100% the decreased defense in time. You get your Titus skill a lot more often. The guy right now really has not a great shield set. That is kind of his most problem. I recommend farm a better one and we will go into damage a little bit quicker. We can stack up the shield a little bit more, but you can also then see it. It's working for me, it will work for you guys. Alright, he cleansed, that is okay. We gotta kind of stack up our thingy. The thing is, it is auto. I can do a quick battle, that's what I'm going to do afterwards. It's no problem, but I wanted to show you one problem. The left head right now. When he spawns, and he does have that buff, that he cannot receive any damage, you have a big problem. Because Titus, his AI, all AI in the game is when you have a provoke skill, they will do it on the guy, on the head, on the left head, they can be provoked. That is a good one for most of the parts. For Titus, not really. That's why doing it yourself and clicking some heads, when that head is up, is recommended. You get more damage, like you can just avoid to not hit him with 0 damage. And then of course you do more damage. And that's the part where quick battle is a little bit weak. It just takes a lot of mistakes basically, where you just don't do as much damage as you would do when you click yourself. But yeah, that is usually the part where people are when they're not so insane. They take quite a lot to kill a head, and then you slowly stack up your shield. It will happen, no worries. We get so many resets in here that even we stack up our buff duration a little bit higher. And yeah, so the beginning in this team isn't so great. For my personal, I do that way faster. But it feels nice if you see your damage going up and up and up. Oh, right now, he just came back. He got also the Poison Cloud. Poison Cloud isn't really important. Like, you can hit through that thing, that doesn't matter. Titus does always crit. But we have to click something now, because Titus will definitely attack the guy who has, you can provoke, the left head in our case. And yeah, that is quite annoying, because it will lower your damage and everything like this. But we have clicked someone else, that is fine. Wait, we got Eden, we don't have Hex out there. We should definitely click him, right? Alright, Titus, do your hit. And slowly it will stack up your damage. Until we reach a point where I did it a little bit longer. Then we had 2.5 billion. Really nice. It was not all the way to turn limit. I didn't even get the turn limit warning there. And that was quite nice. So I assume it can go 4 or 5 billion or something. And yeah, but you know what? We're gonna do a quick battle quickly. So we're gonna end that one right here. And we do quick battle. And that's kind of the purpose of this video, because I know how suffering it is to use Titus manually, like completely. Even clicking ahead, it is nice that you get more damage because you control the fight a little bit more. But also, if you get RNG'd all the time, and then you probably do this, you try it 2-3 times, and then you see, I got Eden and stuff. You know what? Let me press the quick battle. And it's RNG, guys. Like right now, it can be super bad damage 9 times. Hopefully not. It should be a better video if it's a bigger number. But we don't see what happened. So if even we go many turns, he could be Eden already, he got out there, and they did just do a normal run. That would be quite annoying, but let's see kind of what is going on. That's kind of what I mean. And yeah, I really hate it, guys. It's not really that great. That your runs are purpose 2.4 billion. I take that one. I will leave the guys some quick battles. It probably can go more. We haven't been to the whole turn limit. It's nice for having a quick battle. And in this case, I think he will shoot all the way up in his clan. Wait, let me check. I don't want to reveal his name, but I want to kind of see what kind of yeah. It would make him #1 right now. And if he does a run where he gets like 5 billion, because he did it a little bit more controlled in a I'm clicking the heads fashion, then you know, it feels nice to like, ooh, 20 billion with 1 key. Woo-hoo-hoo, let's go. And yeah, it wasn't actually too much to do because you're just clicking heads. But yeah, I think that will be it. No. Usually that will be it, because sometimes I show funky stuff. But this time I gotta show you the stats and everything, because it is important. And I gotta tell you, like, it's not a diss about the guy who has the takeover. Really not. I appreciate him. He came around and trusted me his account and paid me for it. Really, I thank you. But I also want to kind of, that the stats are not the craziest. Like, even then, you do really good damage. You get a magma shield later on. You will do even more damage. That is kind of... like, you got so much upwards. Like, let's put it on Hydra, because... why not? So he's in a shield set and merciless. That is nice that he has that combination. It really helps. He got 70k HP, what is not the best, to be honest. And 5k defense. It is okay. Don't worry. Speed is 280-ish. It's also okay. Like, no diss. That's are really still overall good stats. Like, accuracy and resistance are on top, but there are some pieces like this one where the HP is quite nice, but it does not even have speed or something. So yeah, you know, there is improvement to do, and that's kind of what I recommend to him. Like, just try to get more HP in here and your runs or defense, because he does actually both. He gets a shield up per defense, and also in our case, because the shield set is on him, per HP. So whatever number of that defense or HP goes up, you will be having a greater start at the beginning. So you get into your full damage a little bit quicker. For the relic, it is the bird, because the bird is the word. Sorry guys, but yeah, he just gives you sometimes an extra turn when you have something on cooldown. And if you just use the A2 on him, he has always something on cooldown when he does not have his skill ready, what he is supposed to use. So really good, but keep in mind, a bird will let you probably lose the buff on yourself. Like, you take extra turns, you lose duration because of it. So it's not the best on everybody. But Wixwell totally, he does survive even if he doesn't have a shield anymore and stuff. He does have actually Brimstone. Maybe I should do Cruelty later on for you, for the takeover guy. Cruelty would probably be better because he counterattacks and gets defense down just by counterattacking and stuff. And when not, he's doing an AoE. Yeah, Cruelty. So masteries are like this. I gave him some stuff that he can take even more turns by himself, so it's more likely that the durations on Wix will go up and up and up, because he's just way faster, and also he has like things that can proc his cooldowns, like to decrease the cooldowns, like the gear set and stuff, and all that. So let's go on to Titus. First of all, he's in a Merciless 6-piece. That is what is totally recommended. If you have lethal or something, you can use it with an Emic. That's kind of okay, because you get cooldown decreations anyway. That is nice. But if you don't have like an Emic, if you just have lethal set and every 3 turns you do 1 hit, that is actually not good, because you kill a head and then the head will probably respawn before you have your skill ready, and you can kind of not do the loop that you kill something per hex or something. And yeah, wait, let's talk about the stats quickly. So defense is always high, HP as low as you can, and then you put up your crit damage by having around 200 speed. That is kind of the thing. There's not more to do besides the resistance. Since we have a Firrol in the team, we can skip a lot of resistance. But if you don't have a Firrol, or let's say a increase resistance, you should probably go yeah, you definitely want to go for the numbers that are recommended. I think it's 450 for Nightmare. If you want to really know that, go to hellhades.com and check it out over there, what the real requirements about the resistance. Maybe you can go for 30 or something, you can skip 20, and that sometimes is the thing that you want to do. So what do we got on a relic? Yeah, it's the Cat's Gates. I gave him the boss layer that he has. It is really nice. Yeah, there's one gem that doesn't do anything for me because I was using Tuck first, but it was a little bit awkward to set up. So that with the crit damage, when you have debuffs, do something different, like the what you see on top when you ignore more defense when you have 2 debuffs and stuff. About here, a tip about the blessing. First, if you are still here and you want to know everything, because I give you the good tips about the blessing, up to a 4-star. Like you have 1, 2 or 3 star on him, you do not activate it. You just try to not. If you already picked something with a 1, 2 or 3 star, you pick Heaven Cast. And that's basically it. Up to a 6-star you use Heaven Cast, and then when you have a 6-star you use the Crushing Rend, of course. Where is it? Yeah, Crushing Rend. But since he does have nothing, he probably shouldn't even activate it. Just get it. You can use it, so you have your 3 stars, but just don't activate any blessing in there, and you should be fine. Actually, the reason is because you get more HP when you activate the blessing, and then you lose actually your damage, because for some reason you lose damage when you have more HP on your Titus. So masteries are like this. I didn't use anything in this row, for example, because I don't think he should take too many turns more, but since I saw his duration goes up, I probably could activate that too, so he takes quite sometimes a turn more. That would be okay. And yes, who else was in the team? Emic, of course. I think he's still key. Like, he really makes it nice. When you have some Merciless and some Reflex on the buff extension guys and stuff, you already decreasing the thingy that you need the turns that you need to get back to your skill. But if you have an Emic also in a reflex and merciless, then you can get even more turns, because sometimes he could technically do his skill back to back to back. You use the A2, you attack, then you reset your skill. In the next turn you come around, you reflex procs, and he can just do it again. And that means just decrease your cooldowns on all the others. And there's not much to talk about him. There is speed, resistance. We have enough resistance right now. Keep in mind still we have Firrol in the team, so the resistance values are way more than you see right now. And that's kind of it. Merciless, reflex, you should be fine. What do I have on relic? I did not give him a relic. You could also give him the bird, but I think he didn't have a second bird, so that would be also really nice on him. It makes it way better, to be honest. And yeah, of course he has like no blessing right now, and those are the masteries. Quickly, I have not picked this. I let it be like this because I don't want to wait. Is there some gems? Yeah, I don't want to waste any more gems. I maybe would give him this mastery instead of the others, so he gets sometimes a little bit more turn meter and does his skills a little bit more often. But yeah, it's fine what you see right there. There's not probably you don't need masteries. Maybe you need the resistance or something. Yeah, okay. But the rest, I don't know. Not so effective. Yes, who else was in the team? Firrol. Man, those parts take a long time when I explain the champions. This champion can still be Duchess, Glycard, Vector Draft probably could do the job too. Wait, does she do Perfect Veil? I think she does Perfect Veil. She could do it too, to make your run just nice. And he is in a protection set right now. You could do him in a Firrol set. Also, you get 3 debuffs out of him. Sometimes, kind of. Sometimes because you have so many resets, he also sometimes just uses that skill, then uses that skill, got reset, and then uses that skill again until he does like 1A1 to get 1 more debuff. But protection of Firrol set 100%. We got him almost the fastest. Like, it's okay, I got someone that is faster, but that isn't actually... Wait, do I? I think he's the fastest. So he can get the Perfect Veil out there, and we are in no threat when the blue hat is out there that some of our skills just doesn't proc and blah blah blah. So that's basically him. And speed and resistance kind of, and accuracy is okay. You usually don't die in these teams. Like when you have Mad Hatter, to be honest, you are good because he also heals you and stuff. And yeah, relic, I didn't pick one. Could be something like blessing. Yeah, I would say more stars would be maybe also cruelty, but since it's just a 1 star, it doesn't matter too much. I did not make this masteries, but they are fine by itself already, so we can use them. Yeah, that's about him. Who else didn't we show? Please don't make me do someone twice or something, because I already did. Him, Mad Hatter. Alright, I think we didn't do him. Like, Merciless, Reflex, nice. Because you want to have your buff increasing skill a little bit more often and stuff. So you are never in danger to lose your buffs, at least on your Titus. So that is always stable. But also, he is in more crit damage than my Titus. That actually makes it, when he does his A2, he's searching for the next guy with the most crit damage. And that will be Titus in that case. It's quite nice. If you can make it work on a Merciless and Reflex with a lot of crit damage, I would kind of recommend it. It's quite nice because you can still get out the Titus for his attacks at the beginning to kill a head quicker or something. And yeah, he got that thing right here because it gives a lot of crit damage for just being a rare. That is a recommended relic for everybody that needs to have more crit damage. I usually did my what's it called, Cat's Gaze 2 times on Gerbtak or something, but I will go to this rare one because first of all, it's not needed on other ones. I can use a Cat's Gaze more likely on other champions than this one, and it does the same job for me, so perfectly fine. Alright. There's not much to talk about the skills and stuff. Oh wait, I think he wasn't cruelty? Yes, cruelty, that is right. Really nice, he has AoEs and stuff. I gave him crit damage right here, so he got more crit damage than Titus. And the other ones are kind of generic to get more turn meter, get your skills ready and stuff. Yeah, alright. Who else didn't I show you? Firrol, yes. Wixwell, yes. Mad Hatter, yes, yes, yes. It is Lydia. Woo! Let's go, Lydia. And like mostly it's a protection or Firrol set. In our case it's Firrol. It is better because she does 4 buffs, 4 debuffs, and that can be used to increase your damage. Sometimes if you just maybe don't have a Mad Hatter, then she is in a hex set. I used it also, where your Emic is in a hex set and a Merciless, and she is in a hex set. Totally works fine. She has a lot of speed, and resistance is where we need it, and accuracy. That's basically it. She usually doesn't die too much. The team by itself, you have so many things that protect you and stuff, so you get here. And the golden elixir is not for me, but I just kept it because there's not many things that can be done on her that makes it better. Maybe cruelty also would be nice, but at some point you have enough cruelty, guys, then it's not good to have even more, because you reach the decrease effect what they have already. Kind of nice when you have 4 other people in cruelty and then you put the 5th in there. The 5th probably doesn't do anything anymore. At some point it is enough. So Brimstone could be also fine. I didn't do the masteries, I think. Yeah, they have been like they've been already, and they are fine. There's no doubt. And yeah, that is basically it about the whole team. I like it. It is nice and easy. You just do your quick battle if you want to. Maybe just try 3-4 times your own run where you just click heads, you get more damage about it. And you feel also a little bit nice if you see all those numbers. And if you get RNG, just go to quick battle and accept whatever the biggest number is coming out there, and you are happy. But yeah, that will be about it. If you wanna get a takeover, come into the Discord, send me a direct message, and yeah. Also, would be nice if you press the like button, subscribe if you haven't done already, and yeah. Have a nice day.